As you back up, we don't have a backup camera, so I'm looking left and right. I'm turning the wheel all the way to the right. The rear goes to the right. The front swings out to the left. Put your foot on the brake, you shift into gear. We're in a sub. There's the junction to the right. We want to be very careful and be aware of what's going on. This is a regulatory sign. We have to stop completely for 3 seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003. We're making a left turn. Hey Meta, why are left turns very dangerous? We look left and right. We're checking traffic. It's clear. We go into the nearest lane. This Impala has some power in the morning. And then we accelerate through. The light's red ahead. We want to lift our foot and start coasting. Then we squeeze our brake. Use the ball of your foot to have control. This does take some time. We're checking our mirrors. We're looking around. Half a tank of petrol. Our temperature's in the middle. We're at 2,000 RPMs. The car is shifting. The transmission fluid is still cold, so it will shift at a little higher RPM. There's a random speeding, not even necessary. I don't care if it is the Mustang, we have the Impala, we got the SS, so we're not worried about randoms who are trying to drive aggressive. Learn that. Don't let people irritate you, drive aggressive, and make you change your style. That's one of the things that I notice when I'm teaching adults and teens. We're driving at the speed limit, we're doing everything right, and then people get very irritated. We can't control the public, we can only control us. So be mindful of that, understand that, and then realize people are gonna do what they wanna do. And if we understand that, we're not gonna let them impact our mental health. Mental health is real. Driving out here, learning how to drive, setting up your life is real. Don't let anyone tell you it's not.
Welcome back. Will you be using the mobile app today?
Good morning.
Good morning, how may I help you?
I need a number 2 large with the coffee, 1 cream, 1 sugar, large ice water, and a burrito, no sauce. Thank you.
You said a large water
Yes,
and large coffee.
that's right. 1 cream, 1 sugar, and a burrito, no sauce.
1164.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm always courteous to people because that's really important. Because they're preparing your food, and if you get disrespectful or out of pocket, they're going to do something to your food. Hey, I got to tell you the story. There was a state police officer, and he felt someone had done something to his food, and he was right. They spit in his food and did something else inappropriate. You know what that is. So he got the food sample, he took it to the test lab, and it was manipulated or degraded. He came back and the person was arrested. So I'm always a gentleman and kind to people who prepare our food. You always need to do that because you never know what situation you'll be in. If I need to work here for my family, I would. I'm a servant of the public. I teach adults and teens, so you always have to listen to people's problems, people's sadness, worries, fears, frustrations, and then you give them confidence. That's part of my job. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. So she's hating her life right now. I'm just being real. Her face is like, So I'm just trying to bring that happiness and joy, and there will always be people who want to hold you back and have negativity. That's facts. Hi. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you. There are a lot of people depressed out here. And little do we know, a simple hello will brighten your day. I'm going to say hello to all of you. We're going to talk about some of the driving hazards and tips that we need to do. And then we got to be safe on the road. So I have my food. You got to feed your mind, your body. I'm coming up to the end of the driveway to the McDonald's. I'm looking left and right. You have to look left and right or you will get hit. And when it's clear, I'm going to turn into the nearest lane. So I'm looking through my turn. I'm going to accelerate through. And we don't know what the traffic will bring, but we got to be mentally prepared for cutoffs, irritated drivers, road rage, and we just want to have a clean drive. Good morning. How are you? Thank you for coming in the morning. I hope you enjoyed this, and I want to see you drive, and I want to help you as much as I can. So put in questions. Hey Meta, why do people road rage in the morning? It depends on the time of day. There are triggers in the morning, triggers in the afternoon, and triggers in the evening. One trigger I see is driving too slow. Individual circumstances. Maybe you had a breakup. Your car's not running properly. You're leaving late, and no matter how fast people drive, my job always. Do you have a job? I have 3 jobs. One is social media, one is education, and one is teaching adults and teens how to drive. And typically in the morning, this is when people drive to work, go to work, and then in the afternoon or evening, they come home. Some people do work a midnight shift. So I'm maintaining a good distance. Hey Meta, why is speed control important? And management, that's awesome. Self-control is really important. It helps you manage events, challenges, failures, as well as opportunities. In driving, we have to have self-control over this environment. The light could change. A pedestrian could walk out. We can't control events around us. We can control what's in our car. So I try to teach my students self-control, management of their emotions, because I'm teaching a life skill. I'm looking to stay in open spots. And occasionally we can't control the events around us. Heavy traffic, that car that got smashed, cars that pull out in front of us. Our road is terrible. Hey Meta, what is the hardest thing to learn about driving? Anticipating the other actions of drivers. and defensive driving. The one thing that I try to teach all of you is keeping good space and good speed. I'm looking and checking my mirrors all the time. If you don't do this, you're going to make a lane change and cut off a car. If I don't master defensive driving skill sets, a car could hit me or I could hit them. I don't feel comfortable around this vehicle ahead of me, but there's nothing I can do. I'm looking ahead at the traffic light. There's a school bus ahead, a semi truck, so I'm in the best lane. I'm gathering information. Many of you are gathering information about your life. You have to have good grades. You need a recommendation from your parent, your employer. If you're trying to get a scholarship, you need to be elite at your training. If you're trying to grow in social media, you need to have a content calendar. You need to have search engine optimization. I'm an instructor. I need to take you on some of the most difficult roads and explain the dangers. I'm going to make a lane change to the left. I'm looking over my shoulder. I accelerate through. I don't want to be by this dump truck. I see this car cutting over 2 lanes. Anticipate the dangerous situations. You can't guess. You have to know. My voice tells you I'm speaking truth. Now I'm lifting off my gas. The light's red. I see the Tesla to the right. It could be a Tesla Plaid. Looks like it. I'm off my gas. They're going slow. The truck behind me is tailgating me. I'm keeping my space. That Tesla Plaid could be on autopilot because it's making very precise lane changes. I'm trying to be very efficient with my throttle. I don't have to speed, but I'm moving at a very smooth, efficient speed. A lot of beginners drive 60, 70, cutting cars off. It's not the best way. That is a Tesla Plaid. Incredible. 1,000 horsepower. Electric. The middle lane is the smoothest lane. I can see traffic to the left. I can see traffic to the right. The Tesla Plaid is almost in my blind spot to my right. It's very easy to forget about checking your blind spot. Hey Meta, what is a blind spot? The blind spot is an area behind and to the side of the vehicle, typically where you can't see. So if you don't check your blind spot, you're going to cut off a car. Hey Meta, what is the stale green light and the danger? A stale green light is a mistaken green light that drivers think it's an automatic go. You have to analyze the intersection, pedestrian crossings, speed, because you potentially could hit someone. Do you realize I take people out who do not know how to drive, and I put my life on the line every single day? A lot of you would not be willing to do that. You look at it as amusement, but this is a reality that I've chosen. I'm changing lanes. I want to keep in an open lane. I want to be able to see. Defensive driving. Now I'll get back over. I'm staying in an open lane. This big package and that little rope, that spells accident. I don't want to be behind this truck. That truck is carrying pipes. Don't want to be behind them. And I'm not going to. I need to get over to the right. I'm going to. I use my blinker. I'm sliding in. This is the zipper merge. Done. Execute the merge efficiently and effectively. Now I'm squeezing brakes. I do not have a death wish. Every province or state is different. I'm not going to cross the white line until it's broken. The black Ram 1500 is breaking the law. I'm going to go all the way out, and then I'll do it more efficiently. Do you see the gap starting to open up? I'm going to have to get in. I'm going to go in slow. And that's what I did. I controlled my speed in space. And I was not an a-hole or disrespectful. That's how you're supposed to drive. And that guy's still doing that. Man, that was not good. Not efficient. Very dangerous. Okay? I don't want to be behind those people carrying those materials. Would you? No. The truck broke down. They have to put out the triangles at a different feet measurement. I'm in the middle lane scanning. There's a lot going on. Hey, Meta, what is the danger of semi-truck traffic on the interstate? Hey, Meta, what is the danger of semi-truck traffic? You have to be able to stay with the speed and the flow. We're not going faster than the flow because I don't want to rear into anyone. We've got to keep our speed. We have to keep our space. This is heavy traffic. Metro Detroit, Metro Houston, Texas, Metro Los Angeles, California. There's a Power Stroke diesel. Diesel's very expensive. Also, this person has a license. They're a veteran from the war. So this means they could have war syndrome, anxiety disorders. First, I respect my veterans. My cousin is a veteran. She fought in the war. So I understand the trials and tribulations they go through, but we need to take a moment and just provide a moment of peace for our veterans. I always give people who've been in the war grace. I pause for a second. There's a lot going on. I got the diesel truck to my left. I have traffic ahead of me. There are multiple things. I don't want to tailgate. Okay. I'm making a decision. I'm getting over to the left. I'm at about 75 miles an hour. I'm passing traffic. Get in the fast lane and get moving. Feels good to pass all these cars. Meta, what is the danger of the fast lane? Hey Meta, what is the danger of the fast lane? Road debris, potential dangers of people making emergency lane changes, rocks, glass, tire fragments. And I've had that happen in the driver's ed car before. A semi truck tire tread ripped the bottom of the car apart. Semi truck tire treads can cause incredible damage to vehicles. I'm back in the fast lane again. I can breathe a little bit. I'm moving pretty good. I'm not hanging around cars, but I'm looking a lot more at my surroundings. You can tell by my voice, it's a lot of energy out here. And some of you don't like this energy or don't understand it. So you're going to be in the middle lane or the lane to the right. Some of you do understand it, and it's a rush. It's a rush for me. Teaching adults and teens is a rush because I'm a car enthusiast. I'm always trying to elevate. I always try to get better in lanes and routes and decision making for my drivers. You can't do the same thing you did last week or yesterday. You always have to evolve. You always have to change. I don't want to cut off this truck because I give truckers a lot of space. And you can feel the energy. You can see the flow. We're moving pretty good in the left lane. And it's open. But as we get to the city, it's going to get more and more congested, more and more dangerous. Eye movement is extremely important. I'm looking in front of me. I'm looking to the right. I'm looking to the far right. I see brake lights. It's an adrenaline rush. But I'm an automotive enthusiast. Some of you are not. You just want to drive to work and do your boring job. I try to live every day to the fullest, and you should. And then I'm lifting my foot a little bit. Oh, I see a lot of traffic coming. I need to get over now. I have room. I'm gradually getting in because I want to get this semi truck behind me. Time to slow down. Allow him or her to make a choice. You have to make choices. There's a semi truck behind me about a football field and a half. I don't want to get into this lane late and force him or her to make a harsh decision. Rearing me, cut lanes. Right now they have their four ways on. You can't see it, but the semi-truck driver does have his four ways on. You might be able to see it when they come into focus. And then this ramp is dangerous also because people drive 60, 70, 80, and then they slam brakes. So now my biggest concern is I don't want to get rear-ended and push into this Ford Fusion. It's calm for a second, but also it's highly dangerous because people are low on gas. They get Takis from a gas station. They get their kids chips and a pop, but that's not the proper meal. We're by a hospital. People could have had gunshot wounds. There are pedestrians. There are people out here begging. Do you realize that white truck did not even stop? And that's going to cause me danger and confusion. This gentleman to the left, I'm not sure about him. I've seen him at the church about 2 blocks down walking from there. Is this a test? Is he the pastor? Is he really a millionaire? We just don't know. So we're trying to keep our space. We're trying to be aware. And I'm constantly checking my mirror. Accidents are real. Teaching someone how to drive is real. And a lot of you don't see this because you're not looking deep. You have to look deep. You have to understand that there are people with severe anxiety and mental health issues that want to learn how to drive, that want to get better. And once you get better, you'll be able to adapt and modify your environment. This is a crossover. Could be frozen. I have to make a left only. It's a one-way. That's an electric vehicle. They have high torque. Here's my gap. They just turn on their blinker at the last second, causing accidents. People are lazy. So you want to prepare and be ready for multiple defensive driving situations. You can't just lay at home and do nothing. What's your plan for the future? We always have to be ready for unusual circumstances every single day of our life. I like to park on the end, away from cars, and we want to make sure our car is in the parking spot. I need you to watch these videos, leave comments,